We're following some more breaking news. A convicted killer serving 7 life sentences has fired his lawyers and pled guilty to stabbing a fellow inmate to death. William Wells gave himself the nickname the Monster of Mayport after murdering 5 people in 2003, including his wife. Wells murdered that fellow inmate this past July, setting off a court fight that stretched on for months. Although Wells is guilty in the eyes of the court, the sentencing phase still needs to take place, and that will go before a jury, which will decide if he will add another life term to his sentence or head for death row.